Hello Pioneers, I hope you're well. My name is Bed, and this is the Satisfactory Plus mod for the game Satisfactory. Last time out we built these train tracks around the whole of Tetra. We named each of the buildings of Tetra after my favorite stars. The one over there being Vega, this being Betelgeuse, Aldebaran is over there, Deneb, and then we're calling Polaris this central area here. Because it's kind of like our guiding North Star. The space elevator will always guide us home. And I also got this comment that says, I know it took a long time to build and it looks incredible, but isn't the space between the blueprints of the helixes too big? Could also just be me. Uh-oh. Yeah, so you're absolutely right. Thank you for letting me know. I think I was just so frustrated at the end that I totally missed it. You can see that from the top of the small pillars that project outward on each of the perpendicular directions here. For example, right here. We just have 2 meters between the bottom of the next one. But where I stacked blueprints, we have 6. Yep, that is wrong. So it's an easy fix. If you download the blueprint already, you're going to want to either make this fix yourself or re-download the blueprint. After this episode goes live, I'll be sure to have the updated link, or excuse me, the updated blueprints in the Google Drive that I shared with these. Oh my gosh. All we have to do to fix this is delete these. That's it. Blueprint's fixed. Let's do it. Let's just mess with invar. I just really want to. That's all there is to it. So that's what we're going to do. Let's go to invar. Molten invar is how we make invar. For this, we're going to need molten nickel, crushed iron, and oxyhydrogen. What are these? Heat tanks. Heat tanks are steel. Steel rods, steel beams. Let me look at all the tanks, actually. I'd like to be able to package up all of the fluids and stuff when we get them. Cryo tanks are zinc and bus bars, that's easy. Fluid tanks are zinc ingots and steel, iron sheets. Empty heat tanks are steel. So perhaps we should do steel first, eh? We're also going to want to have water everywhere. We'll worry about that when it comes to it. No, we won't. We'll just bring it all in on one train, right? I don't know. I was asking my Discord. I haven't really decided if I should, say, have one large area in Tetra for doing all of the molten stuff, like have one big smelter and do it, or just do it. If I just do it wherever I need it, it'll be a lot easier. And I do like easy. And it would still be cool. If I'm going to get into doing molten stuff and iron and invar, we're going to need hydrochloric acid as well. Boy, this is tough. I'm at the point of the game now where I should probably package hydrochloric acid and send it everywhere. That sounds kind of cool. Maybe the first thing we should do is create a hydrochloric acid factory. I have so many things I want to do. I was looking at invar, and we could do invar. And if we're going to start messing with more materials like that, we should probably really sort it, purify it really well, which means we're going to need a lot of salt for making hydrochloric acid. But then I got to thinking, bringing in all the cryolite that we can. Shouldn't I... Let's see, if you want to increase the output of the modular miners, you can input slime, right? Let's go over to the farm. In fact, this will be a good opportunity to check and look for slug mutations. We haven't been over here in a while. I wouldn't be surprised if we have another mutation, because it's been that long. Oh, yes, look at this. Orange, blood red, golden. We have 3 blood red now, 2 golden slugs. Holy cow, that's every slug. We have breeding pairs of every single slug color. We can finish the fix-it facts. Sorry, I got really excited if you couldn't tell. We can finish slug farming now, but we need invar. So that does kind of make me want to do invar. But then I think to get the scale of invar that I want to do, finally, we should do all those other steps first. Oh, but we have them all. I'm so excited. Oh, I just cracked my elbow on my desk. I was so excited. That's right, these power shards we're going to need to get those high energy modules to increase the amount. Yes, yes, yes. Mineral slug slime. So this is what we're waiting on. We're waiting on invar. And then we can do power shards, and then we can figure out how this higher energy slime and these advanced power modules work. Oh, I hate to backtrack on what I said and make a temporary invar. I need to see how those high energized modules work, and the rest of the slug slime, because I don't even know what mineral slug slime does yet. So I think I think maybe we should just add invar right here, just temporarily. Does that all make sense? I think it should. I think I've gotten my point clear across. Yeah, basically I could probably take all that rambling word vomit I just expelled out of my face and just said, I kind of want to see what power shards do before I make any of the larger permanent factories inside Tetra. So let's unlock those. So to do that, we need 500 invar pipes. And to get invar pipes, we need soldering wire, which we have right here, and we need invar plates, and we don't need that much of it. So to make an invar plate, we need an invar ingot. To get invar ingots, we need molten invar. To get molten invar, we need crushed iron and molten nickel and oxyhydrogen. And to get hydrogen, we can do toxic air splitting. Toxic air we get by putting an air collector in a gas cloud, if I remember correctly. Why do all my textures look so poorly? I don't know. Am I supposed to change any of this? I have... okay, whatever. Let's apply and put the shadows back up. Oh, that's right. It makes it so dark. Oh, that's cool, though. I forgot I turned that off, I think, when I had... when I was first turning Lumen on, because it makes it hard to film. But I think it looks pretty cool now. Oh, yeah. This is definitely why I turned shadows off. Well, it's really dark in this game. I will definitely not, I'll try not to film like this. I would stop talking about the stupid shadows, but the game is really cool looking when you have all the settings on. Okay, let's build an air collector. And it should be fine just right there. There. Easy. Let's grab logistics, pipeline. Let's see how much we're getting. We are getting 36 cubic meters of toxic gas per minute. Oh, right, Faxit. I should have just put it in the Faxit network. Oh my god, I'm a dummy. And we can do it right here. Let's see. Chemical reactor. Right, let's put toxic gas in, the fabric in there, and then we'll turn this into toxic air splitting. Alright, to get molten nickel, we're going to need purified nickel, and oxygen, and methane. Alright, purified cobalt. To get molten cobalt, let's select molten nickel instead, and then we'll route the nickel, which is right here. Alright, now we've got some molten nickel. So, molten nickel, and then we need... well, this is for the invar. So we've got molten nickel, and we need crushed iron, and the oxyhydrogen. Alright, let's make another chemical reactor. This is atrocious. We're almost done with this life. I don't want my promises to sound empty, but I promise. Alright, now we have oxyhydrogen. So with the oxyhydrogen, we can make molten invar. So we need a flexible blast furnace. Let's get one of those. And in the flexible blast furnace, we'll make the invar. And now I need crushed iron, which I think we have. Yeah, the crushed iron's over here. I'm just going to do it by hand because it can't be fussed. We don't need that much of it. This is just for educational purposes, and I'm going to try to edit this whole last whatever length of time this has been down to like 2 minutes. Because I don't even want you thinking this is a cursory introduction to invar for us, because it's not. It's not intended to be anyway. And there we have it. Molten invar. That's all there is to it. Alright, let's grab a solidifier and cooler now. Take our fancy, fancy molten invar. And we want to make invar nuggets, ingots. We need water. It's alright. We have water in the storage network. We've done it. We've made invar. Again, this is not supposed to be our introduction to invar. This is a cheeky little cheat. We have a little bit of low energized slug slime inside the FACSIT system because you need to provide it to the miner to mine the quantum crystals at all. To even put the miner on them and to even extract anything even a little bit, you have to have it. So we have it in the system, which means we can make a little test with it. Drop down a FACSIT fluid sender, like so, and then we'll plug it in 30 per minute, so 60 per minute total. And if we turn this to slug slime, oh, you have to put the fluid and gas module on it. So let's outfit it with that. Okay. It's good to know fluid and gas module. That's right, that's how we have to get it sulfur. So we've experienced that a little bit already. Though it was a long time ago. Holy crap. That can't be right. 300 per minute? That was eye-opening. Surely it was a bug though, right? I mean, it did say... Okay, so this has been bothering me. So much later, after the fact, I went back and played with it, and I figured out what the issue is. Well, not the issue with the math in my brain. If you see right here, it says the impure node has a mining efficiency of 50%. That is to say 15 per minute on 2 outputs. For simplicity's sake, I'm just going to call that a total of 30. Okay, so we've got 30, that's equal to the 50% output. And you'll see right here that the low energized slug slime increases it by 200%. Now that's not 200% of the 50%, so it's not doubling the 30 per minute to 60 per minute. It's actually taking the total output and increasing that by 200%. What I mean to say is that instead of a 50% output at 30, it's actually 250. Now 250 divided by 50 is 5. So you're taking that 30 per minute output and multiplying that by 5, which is 150. And on top of that, we replaced the mining head from the metal mining head to the steel mining head, thereby doubling it to 300. It's not a bug. It's working as intended. Now back to your regularly scheduled program. And look at one quick experiment later and we're done. What was this even for? Oh my god. I think it was in the MAM, right? But we should probably check the milestones really quick and see if there's anything there that we need it for. Like a jetpack. Ooh, a jetpack. I'm excited for a jetpack. Oh man. Oh crap. What the heck is an invar pipe? Okay, new plan. Grab some soldering wire. Check. Build an assembler. Check. Select invar pipes. Check. Add the invar plates and the soldering wire you just hand picked up. Check, 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 check. Power it. Done. Alright. Now we have to let that work away. I knew things were going too well lately. It's just a small hiccup. Just feel kind of dumb. While we're waiting for those to craft, let's open lock jetpack. Well, not unlock it, but let's go and start packaging some fuel. Oh, and we're full of fuel. Sweet. Let's get an AI fluid packer. There we go. And a pipe. And some power. And some containers. Don't have enough, but we'll get there. And then we want packaged fuel. And it's been quite a while, so now all we have to do is pick up our pipes, 2, 4, 5, head over to the MAM, power slugs, and boom. We've unlocked power shards finally. And now we just need to make 5 power shards and we can unlock the high energy module and check it out. So let's look at the power shard. It requires energized slug slime and low energized slug slime. Interesting. And a power shard frame, which needs a lot of stuff. Plastic, steel, and invar. And to get the energized slug slimes, we need to smash the lime, violet, or white slugs, it looks like. So let's grab some more of these pipes just to have in our inventory. And we've got plastic in the Facet network, so our inventory should be kept full of that. And then we need steel screws, which I think are also here in the, Facet network. Okay, perfect. Ooh, this looks much different with aluminum. Kind of love it. I can't see anything, but I love what I can see. And we're gonna have to make some more of those power shard, what are they called? Power shard crystals. We're gonna need to make some more of those. Just dropped a little bit more of this in. We'll just give that a couple of minutes. We'll be ready to move on. Okay, while we wait for those power crystal shards to craft, we can go and start making energized slug slime. We have enough stuff to make a composter and a chemical reactor to make the actual power shards. So let's go and do that. Thinking about the future, we don't need to make all the different colored slugs that we need for the energized slug slime. So what we're going to want to do is take the slug color that can produce the most per minute. Okay, so thinking about the white, we can make 13.5. And I'm going on the assumption that all of these are correct, and that's not necessarily the case. So we'll take this quick peek with a grain of salt. So yeah, because the white ones need it to be daytime, they are less productive in general. And I don't want to rely on the fact that I'm using a mod to keep it daytime for filming purposes to influence that. So we are going to use violet slugs for producing energized slug slime. So let's throw some over here. We love that. We love the disgusting clipping. Okay, let's put them into the composter now though. All joking aside, just want to get this unlocked. Violet slug slime. Perfect. Then we'll grab a Facet fluid receiver. Just put it right there. I really don't care about this too much. Alrighty. And we'll put it into the Facet network. Let's grab a chemical reactor now. Just put it somewhere. Let's make some more floor. And grab the chemical reactor. And let's see, what are we doing? We are making power shards, are we not? We are, yeah. Okay, so throw 5 in there. Let's get some energized slug slime. All right, now we just need to grab the Facet fluid senders and put 1 down and 2 down and connect these. And we're almost done. Now we want energized slug slime, low energized slug slime. That's all there is to it. Now that we've got 5 of the power shards, we can unlock this one. High energy modules. Sweet. Let's check it out. And we'll be able to do this one as well too, after a while. I'm not as pressed to get this one. Actually, what if high energized slug slime is awesome? My god. That one needs aluminum, so we're quite a ways from there. Okay, so now that we've unlocked it, we can see the low energy module gives a bonus production of 25%, and the high energy module does a bonus of 50%. Sweet. Okay, I think this little detour is over. And it was useful, right? Like, we understand now that the high energy module is just like the low energy module and just doubles the bonus production, which is really, really kind of cool. And we learned all about that low energized slug slime and how cool that's going to be to add it to our machines. Yeah, and we're not actually using that many nodes from around the world, and it's been plenty for what we're doing. And now using those high energy modules and the low energized slug slime going directly into the resource extraction process, we're going to be able to take the nodes we're already using and drastically increase the amount of resources gained. Which means we're in really good shape going into the future, as long as we don't run out of power. And we're getting there already. So I think maybe we should do oil so we can get some byproducts of the plastic and the rubber and then create power out of that. That sounds pretty good. But before we move on to the next thing, let's get a jetpack. I can't wait. Yeah, invar plates. And then steel rods. So let's go and stop turning the invar plates into the pipes, because we're going to need to let that stockpile. So we're not getting a jetpack yet. That's too bad. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, maybe we have plenty. How many do we need? I think like 1,000. Let me go actually activate the milestones so we don't have to keep running back and forth to see what we need. Yeah, it was 1,000. Let's get this tasty, tasty little jetpack. I'm excited. Are you excited? I'm excited. And we're almost out of milestones. That's kind of cool. No, we need an equipment workshop. I doubt I'll be able to build one since I didn't grab a lot of excess materials. But here's hoping. Awesome. Let's add it to the to-do list. Cobalt fluid tank. That's kind of cool. It requires a fluid tank to hold the fuel. And steel screws. Let's make one. This will only take a second. I love it. I do want to get these automated really quick. That's one of the first things I want to automate in Tetra is all of the different tanks for sending materials back and forth. There we go. Took no time at all. Man, I didn't think I was getting a jetpack today. I mean, I didn't think I wasn't, but I didn't know. Oh, it feels good to have a jetpack again. Okay, let's do it. Let's start. Let's start with some permanent infrastructure. Let's do a little bit of oil so we can use byproducts to create energy generation. So I figure the easiest way to peel off of one of these... let's see, so train's coming this way. We're going to want it to go in with oil, right? We're over here in Vega now, by the way. Trains will come up in Beetlejuice right there, and they can come just right here. For simplicity, yeah, we'll come off right there, and so we'll need a little bit of room. Yeah, so maybe like right here. Okay, so let's build up vertically. Alright, and then what do we need? Maybe 2 more meters. Let's test that with Zoop. Yeah, okay, perfect. So 2 more meters that way. Can match it right there and match it right here. And there. Can we make that work? No, we cannot. Can we make this work? Excuse me, can we make this work now? Yes, we can. All right, let's do it. Perfect, almost perfect. I don't like that. That's going to clip right there. Let's use tunnels. Can we use tunnels? Let's get foundations. Let's go to a new hotbar. This one looks good. And do something like this. Well, let's just try it. I like them when they're closer together, honestly. Let's try them closer together. Not sure if I've ever done it for a train. Maybe I have. What if... What if we go 1 meter there, 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Something like that, maybe? One, two, three, four. And then put the top one on. And then see if a train fits. No, train doesn't fit through there. So let's grab half foundation. Like so. And then the top. Something like that. Does that look too wonky? Kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. Choo-choo. Alright, we'll put that back there. Let's see, let's take a half slab maybe, test it out. See if we like this. Or maybe even put it on vertical. Or do we cover it up like that, maybe? That looks kind of cool. I should probably decorate it a bit more. All right, let's get on in here and think about the plan. So we could go in straight and add in the train tracks right here, the train station, I mean. It doesn't need to go that far in, and it would be nice if it had room to exit as well. So we don't actually want it to go, or start, I mean, too far in here. Let's get a little bit out that way, and we'll go out that way and that way. I love it already. How big are the train stations? How wide are they? It'd be cool if they were perfect. Fluid freight platform. We've got to do the train line first. Alright, that's fine. Let's put the train station in. Even though this isn't where it would go. We can at least connect to it. And that'll help, right? There. So now we can do fluid freight. Fluid freight platform. That word's hard for me to say. Okay, we don't want it to go that way. We want it to go this direction. So 1, 2, 3. And zoop it out. So 1, 2, 3, and then this makes 4. And perfect. And now we need the train station itself again. Right here. Perfect. Now, Hamburg Hauptbahnhof. Hauptbahnhof. Let's call this something else. We need a designation for Vega. So let's call it, let's do VGA. Crude oil receiving. I've run out of characters. Crude oil receiving. Crude oil receiving. It's so funny, I lay these down and I'm like, this building isn't big enough. But it's because we're going to be able to go up and down on the floors more. Okay, so this is train access. Let's think about people, pioneer access. So maybe we want it to be something in here. One, two, three, four. Something like that. One, two, three, four. Looks kind of cool. Do we not want it? No, I think we want it right above and below each other. That looks kind of cool. Do we have stuff for lights? Yes, we do. Let's fix this up a little bit, though. There. Now let's add a ceiling light. I love clipping these ceiling lights into these types of hallways. Something like that. Alright, that'll be a future light, since we have to worry about that now because I put the lumen on. I could turn shadows off again, but I have to admit, ever since doing it, the game just looks a lot prettier to me. Let's give ourselves a nice place to put a billboard. So to do that, we're going to want the flat side again, and we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 2. Hey, check this out too. Now if you, right click, it holds on. This is an issue I found, the way that we have these switchovers. These right here, the train tracks, look at, see right here. That's unacceptable. So we can't have anything go by right there because I want to be able to zip line around it. So this is going to have to be moved. It took me so long, I'm not ready to do that right now. I don't have it in my heart. So we'll work on that at some later date. Now what I'm thinking is, I don't want just this to loop back to get back on to send the train back. I mean, I do want that, but I also think I want to take the train out access point all the way over there, because we're probably going to want to put more intermediary components onto trains and send them elsewhere in the complex. Right? Yes. Yeah, we're going to want rubber. We're going to want plastic. We're going to need to move the heavy oil residues and the petroleum cokes and the gases and the slop and the slugs and I don't know. All right, this is tough. You're going to have to bear with me as knowing everything has always been sort of temporary has been liberating to just plop stuff down. But now I'm kind of freaking out. I'm like, oh my gosh, this needs to be perfect. So I'm getting a bit of like designer's block. But I will say this, I know we're going to want like signage out right here again. So let's lock that in and we'll go just one in on this one. I think moving forward, to make it easier to build and decorate, I think it is wise to come up with some sort of just general shape. And I think we should copy what we've done already here because I think it's pretty great. Well, let me show you what I mean. Let's switch to vertical on these spoke ones, the centers, and let's just take it up in the 3 that goes straight. And then we'll take it up there on the corner, and there on the corner. And we've done this one. Now let's go and do this the whole way around. Something like that. Now I didn't go the whole way around, but maybe I will at some point. Probably do a time lapse then. I did say I'm gonna go do it all, I just meant in Vega here. Yeah, so what does that mean now? Okay, so now we've got kind of the basics of the walls. I don't know if I want to use the beam. I think this is going to be the best way to do it though. Just like we did before, just to make sure we get nice and clean walls. 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, see, we just get the cleanest walls doing this. Yeah, but I think that's gonna have to do for now. It's gonna take a while. This was just to get where the train stations are gonna go, and it took me a long time. But I think it's gonna be cool, and I think it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna try to make it entertaining. And I appreciate you watching. I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Bad plays games. Bad plays games. Bad plays games. Bad plays games. Bad plays